Good morning, Brandon Glenn here, operations for Northern New Mexico Type 3 team for the Akawa Butte update for Monday the 3rd. I'm going to start with a little bit of stuff that's going on our contingency line out here. But first I wanted to just give a little bit of reference on the map. We have Sisters down here, Black Butte out here to the west of the fire, Green Ridge up here to the northwest of the fire. We got Lake Billy Chinook out here to the north and northeast of the fire, and then to the east side of the fire, this area in here was Wilt Road, and we got the flat fire scar from 2025. The contingency line I was referencing, really they put a contingency line for most of this fire around the south side, up and around, and finishing it off on the north side. The cutting that they're doing currently is right in this stretch. They're doing some mastication right in this stretch. They're still doing some stacking and some chipping and mastication. And then up north here, they're doing some cutting and pulling of logs, and still anticipate a couple more, maybe 3 days of that before it's complete. As far as the firefighting efforts and the mopping up, gridding, that is on these little red pieces of the fire, and I'll go around the horn starting in November on where they're going to be working today. This is what we're calling DP19. You can see this is the 1129 road. There's a little bit of stretch in here that's still uncontained. They're going to have some crews in there with some engines today, gridding and mopping in this little stretch. Yesterday we had some smoke pop up out of this interior green island. It was actually called in from one of the lookouts. Sent some folks out there. It's more than a quarter mile in off of the edge of the line, so we're not going to do any sort of suppression activities out there. Just make sure that we have folks ready in case there's something that's closer to the line in that area. But all of this stuff will continue to put smoke probably, but it's not a concern to our containment lines. And we're gonna continue doing that for the duration of our time here. Moving around the horn up to the north, this Division Quebec stuff looks real good. Yesterday there was some uncontained here. We did contain that yesterday. What Division Quebec is concentrated on is just moving all of the apparatus out of there, hose, tanks, those sorts of things, and getting that back down so we can get it back into the cache system for the next fire. There is one spot fire up here that they're going to be doing a little bit of work on today, making sure it's ready to be contained and pulling all the apparatus out of there. Moving over onto this east side of the fire in Division Tango, we're going to have some folks right around this DP29 working this uncontained bit. We'll have a crew gridding in there and mopping again today. And then down here in this little section here between Division Tango and Division Whiskey, we're going to have some folks in mopping that up. Same thing they did yesterday, engines and skidgens and crews. There's a little bit of piece of uncontained right down here off of Blazer Lane that the folks are going to be in there working again today in Division Whiskey. And then there's a stretch right through here in Division Yankee that they're going to be working with crews, just gridding all the way from north to south, making sure that there's nothing in there that could come back to life. And then while all of this is happening, we'll be doing some repair work on some of these interior dozer lines, namely here. There's a few that are not showing on this map on some private that we're going to be working. And then we're going to be doing a little bit of grading, making sure that our folks can get in these interior roads and Wilt and Indian Ford, making sure that it's all passable and we're not putting up too much dust for the public. But we will have also a contingency of a strike team of ODF engines on our fire today that will be ready for initial attack for anything that's in this area. That's the end of the update. Thank you.